teams this evening.
Hello again, everybody, from Ashland High School. It's Ashland High School Varsity Sports on WACA-TV. Tonight, the Ashland Public Schools and the Tri-Valley League present boys varsity basketball with the Ashland High School Clarkers hosting Dover-Sherborn High School Raiders. Bob Thacker, Bob Martell, and Todd Carter. It's played on January 18. The boys come in 2-6, Bob. They got wins over Medway and Bellingham. But at 2-6 at this stage of the season, this is a must win.
Right now, you got we see they've got some tools, but they have to play up a little bit because 2-6 you're going to get it done here, 500.
And that's, of course, the goal of every team. You can't go 2-7. They got to win tonight. This is a huge game. The Raiders come in 4-4, but they lost to them. The Ashland Clarkers beat.
That's why this league is my favorite artist, pretty much. And can take if they play their game. Pretty evenly matched teams physically.
Christensen wins the tip. Trevor Dave Padon is number 5. When they swing it to Arms. This is the 3-ball. Excuse me, not Arms. That was Kevin Rabidou with the 3. Arms is number 2. Jason Christensen is 15. D. Perron is 5. And 24 is Kevin Russell. That's the starting lineup for Coach Isaiah Davis tonight.
Ashland JV's win the preliminary ball.
Wide left, 41. Up and in. Give that one to Christensen. Clarkers jump out. We're just underway at Ashland High School. The Clarkers in their home whites, the Raiders in their visiting blue. The big guy is Jack Gately, the senior forward, number 11. Certainly looks like a player. We'll have to see.
Yeah.
Christensen skies.
He's got to do a lot of things for this team, including scoring inside.
Scoring and rebounding. D. Perron pushed deep. It tried to thread it in, but it got stolen.
They're really feeling out good defense on both sides.
Who's the point guard, Bob? It's 15, huh?
Yeah.
Evan Skeery, just a freshman, getting the call tonight.
War underneath. Somebody forgot an assignment there. That wasn't a pickoff, just mental lapse that time.
Just a layup. D. Perron found a path and got blocked.
He was the meat between the sandwich there. He got squeezed. First foul of the game on the Raiders.
On the floor, they say, Bob, because he didn't even try a shot.
Well, he couldn't get his arms up. He was pinned.
Russell. 3!
Long 3. Net hanger, so they're going to go back and take care of that.
Kevin Russell getting a chance tonight.
Yeah, a little difference in the starting lineup. Coach trying to switch it up, get something going here.
We haven't seen the boys in a couple of weeks, but this is a different lineup than we saw the first time around.
A little different mix and match. Sometimes you can't go to the well if it isn't working. Got to change something.
Look at the freshman. They triple him in the corner, and he makes a beautiful play. Doesn't lead to a hope.
A good defense there, Christensen.
Russell right into the traffic, blocked. Who got a hand on it? 14. John Muckstadt.
Yeah.
He's a mucker.
Russell brought it to the weak side, but brought it right into
Muckstadt. Oh, what a play.
Nice lay down.
Couldn't get it to go.
Walk can't finish.
Oh, boy.
A couple of bunnies at Dover-Sherborn.
I know. Such a beautiful pass. Yeah. Christensen, that's a 3-ball.
Christensen inside and outside.
8-2 Clarkers, full court pressure. There is a 10-second line, but Arms gives the foul.
Well,
Jason Arms.
They're going to try to put some pressure on the Dover-Sherborn Raiders, even in the backcourt.
We got a sub? Yeah.
Man press.
Rabidou is out.
Little help.
And Tommy Morrison is in. Muckstadt lost his dribble. Another pass inside to Waugh. He kicks it out. The freshman takes a three. No good. Rebound goes to Morrison.
Nice rebound,
DePerron.
Morrison.
Ahead to Christensen. They strip him.
Yeah, he got wrong-footed there and into traffic. Couldn't get off the floor and got blocked pretty easily.
Geez, Warren, Muckstadt looked to have some skills underneath the basket defensively.
Yeah.
Muckstadt wants to go. Now he does. He dishes. Waugh always open. Fouled in the act of shooting that two-pointer. He'll get 2 free throws the first 2 of this game.
Yeah,
8-2. Ashland leading by 6.
2 threes already, Bob, for the Clockers.
4:23 to go in the first period.
Waugh's got the only points for the Raiders.
Ooh.
Misses that one.
We got tight ribs tonight down this end, Bob.
Well, it's funny. I was watching both teams warm up, and Dover-Sherborn was lights out, and the Clockers were like 2 for 26. Since the game started, though, the Clockers able to fill it up. He misses both.
DePerron on the gallop, the high dribble. He brings it down. He's blocked again. Muckstadt had a good defensive position, Bob. He had him pushed away from that basket, but he bumped him.
Yeah, and Trevor was still in motion.
Yep.
You saw Trevor there with a little bit of an NBA finger roll trying to draw the 2-shot, but they're not going to do that in high school.
Russell, short this time. Tracks it down, but the Raiders get it.
Long rebound right back to him in the corner ball. It means it was a straight-on shot, but just short.
They dish it for the 3, but he didn't want it. Intercepted by DePerron. Ahead to Arms. He lays it up and in. Jason Arms
Nice
from Trevor DePerron, who had the steal. It's 10-2. Timeout Raiders.
Yeah, Clockers a 3-on-none that time breakout. Coach Rick Grady from Dover-Sherborn saying no excuse for that. His team got beat badly on defense there. And the Clockers in early 10-2 lead. This is what they needed. One good start. A pair of threes. Kevin Russell, Jason Christensen, and pretty good defense. And also the Dover-Sherborn Raiders have missed 2 or 3 bunnies. The lid is on the basket. Both teams pretty good defensive setups.
Raiders haven't taken that many outside shots, but none of them have gone. But they've missed some close ones.
They've missed some easy ones. That's the difference right now. Don't expect that to continue, but the Clockers have to tighten up a little bit inside. But it's funny, DS missed uncontested layups. They stopped going inside.
Jack Gately, 11's been quiet.
Yeah.
Muckstadt's been active, but he's given some bad fouls, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Or at least one.
The Clockers going to be feeling pretty good right now. Home gym, up 8 early. The only issue is it's early. Yeah, you never know. Long way to go. They're going to press.
Evan Scary has it stolen.
Yeah. Trevor, a foot on the line there, but he had stolen the ball. The press is working.
Evan Scary, number 15, the freshman point guard, being harassed by the Clockers here in the early going. Muckstadt. Here's Scary. There is a 10-second line in the boys' game. He gets it across. And there is a 30-second shot clock.
Isaiah exhorting his players to play tough defense.
Cam Raycroft is going to take one, and he's short. Who's got it? It's Jason Christensen.
Again, fighting for that ball.
DePerron looking up. Oh, on the cut. It wasn't there.
Morrison kind of forced that time. Had a good idea, but it wasn't there.
Scary doubled and stripped. Raycroft picked it up for him. Muckstadt a 3. Yes.
Offense by accident that time.
That was the one the Raiders needed. It's 10-5. Ashland's leading by 5.
That's their first offensive answer, really.
Need to see one go through, I think, Bob, you know?
Yeah.
Russell gives it up. Wide open 3.
Call it a 2, Bobby.
Oh, no. Tom Morrison
Did he give him a
like
3?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, good. It was a 3.
Tom Morrison with a 3. Underneath, no.
Wow, nice cut through. Brett Stark, but
We haven't
doesn't go down
seen
for
him.
No.
But he had the move to the hoop there that you need. At the very least, you get the 2 frees.
Well, the fans won't let him live that one down. Air ball.
It was directly on line, Bob.
It was good line.
Yeah.
Like putting, never up, never in. Pretty good crowd tonight, Bob, too, on an 18-degree night.
In and out.
They have missed all 4 free throws that they've taken.
Dylan Feinberg in the game for the first time tonight. He wears 11 for Ashland. Dylan, a very active player.
Yeah, he can help with the scoring load, too.
And he's got some size, Bob.
Yeah, and a good offensive player.
He gets the ball in the low post. 18 moves, and it goes.
Nice finish there in traffic.
Raiders break the loose press very nicely. Scary's going to take one and make one. Evan Scary.
Yeah, all of a sudden the offensive gates have opened up for DS. Clock to lead by 7 though, because they've been active too. They've got 3 threes this period.
Russell. They get it in. They cut it into Feinberg, but I don't know what happened.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of contact there, but no call.
Just lost it.
Yeah.
Scary. Muckrack. They take it away, but they got him on the hand. Brett Stark. Let's see how the fouls.
Marson with the hand foul.
Raiders just have 2. The Clockers have 4.
4, yeah.
They'll take it
Possession
out of
foul.
bounds. And Kirby Ryan, new boy, is going to throw it in. John Muckstadt. Jack. Gately stripped and stolen away.
Yeah, nice defense by Morrison there.
Feinberg into the lane. Oh, and they beat him up.
Yeah, he's making new friends in the key as he's shaking hands with a couple times before they called the foul. There was contact. Third team foul on Dover-Sherborn.
DePerron resets. 25 seconds on the shot clock. A minute left in the first period. Oh, nothing but nothing underneath.
Oh.
What a pass to Russell from
Yeah,
DePerron.
lucky possession, but we couldn't finish there.
Clock is active on defense, Bob. They're in those passing lanes, I guess they
Yeah, good extended
say.
defense.
Is a good move and a good dish, but that's a tough shot.
And again, they have trouble with that little 6-footer.
That's a tough shot.
That would be a white ball. Should be, and they look at each other and
Somebody
the
told me.
decide.
So I thought it was Coach Maracy or somebody told me, that's a shot that no one practices.
Yeah.
You
Nobody wants to take that
know,
shot.
but you don't practice that shot. That's why it's so tough.
Yeah, the dying out of the mid-range jumper.
Yeah, but I mean, even the 4-footer, the 5-footer.
That's why the big guys, they take little hooks and push shots from there.
Yeah, usually you want to use the board if you can.
Yeah.
Sometimes the angle's too severe. Score hangs 15-8. Ashland leading by 7.
Last seconds of the first period.
Clockers
That
moves
got
it out
tipped.
of bounds. The Raiders will have 8.4
Kevin tried to get his hands on a ball that had been tipped, but
to cut into the 7-point lead.
8 seconds, so gonna press.
Oh, they slow him down. He gets it ahead nicely. One more pass,
Nice
blocked
block.
by Christensen. Good if it goes. He hits the net. The first period ends in exciting fashion with a Christensen block and a full court shot that almost went. I don't even know who took it.
Jason will be selling popcorn between periods. He played defense, offense outside. He had a 3, offense inside. He had a nice first period, and hasn't drawn a. Well, he has 1 foul. Yeah, that's the only thing you got to watch for him.
Clockers with 4, Raiders with 3
Yep.
as we go into the second period. As you know, when they get to 7, they start to shoot free throws.
Yep. The penalty phase of the game.
Yes. First, there are 1-and-1s on fouls 7, 8, and 9. And beginning on foul 10, there are 2-shot fouls.
Double bonus. Veteran officiating crew tonight too. These guys do a good job of controlling the game. That's what you want. You don't want indecision. There was one play they had to look at each other on a possession, but just because it went off a player and they was.
Let's see if they inbound it. The Clockers aren't even on the floor.
Yeah. Coach Isaiah Davis still talking to his Chargers.
Well,
the official could give him the count and could put the ball in play. He's going to wait.
Gives him the courtesy.
He's going to wait. Yes, going left to right on our screen, probably right to left on your screen.
Mastro Bono, number 5, has the ball into the game for the Raiders. He was open for the 3, but he didn't want it. Mastro Bono underneath too far.
Shot clock is not.
Woo! That was a good move. Christensen clears and got hacked, I guess.
Yeah, he got fouled underneath.
Brett Stark seems to have the ability to create a shot in the lane there, Bob, near the hoop.
Yeah. They haven't.
But as often happens, they just don't fall.
Yeah.
Perron gives up his dribble.
Yeah.
Christensen steps out. They swing it. It's a bomb, and it's good.
That's a long way away, and he looked comfortable taking it.
That's Cam Hardy, the three-point shooter. Comes off the bench and does what he does. Oh, Christensen with a block and a steal.
Yeah.
Hardy to Christensen underneath.
Oh,
no foul, what a block.
You're not calling it, but...
Alex Waugh with the block.
Wow. Jason gave the ref a look, no call.
Back and forth they go. Dipsy-do. Waugh misses the easy one, but there was a foul prior to that. That's going to send John Muckstadt, the junior guard, to the line. And we're going to have quick subs right away.
It looks like they're going to give possession to Ashland, Bob. There must have been a push underneath.
Ooh.
Offensive
foul.
foul.
Wow. Who got that one? Muckstadt
Muckstadt, his second. Yeah. We couldn't see it from here. We were blocked, but the official
certainly
was right
looked like it was going to be on Ashland. Yeah.
You assume it was at that end of the
Feinberg strong and tries to dish to no one. Maybe he was expecting Jason Christensen to charge the hoop, but he didn't. They swing it. Scary. Fouled. They don't take those corner threes, Bob.
No.
They fake them.
Jason Christensen's second foul. That's the other thing he has to be aware of.
Yeah, that gets Coach Davis nervous. He's looking at his bench right now, and he wants arms.
You only get 5 in high school, Bob, so you don't want to pick up that third one in the first half.
Christensen, another rebound.
Another rebound. He's been everywhere.
Rabidou to Feinberg.
Feinberg with a couple of nice up fakes. Cleared the defense and then made the lay-in. Dylan's a nice offensive player. He just has to get his rhythm and confidence.
Strong to the basket, still wouldn't go.
No.
Good move.
Contested by Christensen again.
Feinberg again spins in the lane, travels.
Got himself into a little bit of traffic there, and when he turned, he lost his step.
Could have been a foul.
Yeah, it could have been.
20-8, Ashland by 12. 5.5 to go until halftime. Was that scary with the left hand? Very pretty.
Look nice, huh?
20-10, Ashland leading by 10. The Raiders and the Clockers from Ashland High School. Bob Thacker and Bob Martell with you tonight, January 9th, 2018. Clock is in a must-win situation. They're 2-6 at this point in the season. And to keep their tournament hopes alive, they have to win tonight against the 4-4 Raiders. Bad pass. Oh, good defense by Arms, but he fouled.
Yeah,
he fouled that Brett Stark.
You got to run to a spot there as opposed to run to the player. Because when you make player contact, they're going to call it. It's a foul. That's his second. Jason Arms' second. Not looking for his
quiet.
In the
He's
post.
been quiet.
Yeah.
He's open. He takes it. It doesn't go. Christensen again.
Another rebound.
Cam Henry down the lane. No. Rebound. Russell digs it out. Jason's going to go down the lane. And he got fouled in the act.
Yeah, he had a chance to gather himself. He had that perfect spacing between himself and the defender. Could set him up and one step to the right, drew the foul.
That's nice.
Yeah, spends the time to settle himself at the line. Head up, good form.
Russell Arms, Rabidou. Christensen and Cameron Hardy, number 13. I sometimes call him Cam Henry.
You can.
Just for fun.
You can. You might like that. There's a timeout. Clock is a nice lead, Bob. 22-10 midway through the second period. As they haven't let up on the defense. The only concern that I might have is in the foul situation, not team fouls, but individual fouls. You can't have Jason Christensen get in foul trouble. He's only got 2, but you don't want to avoid that third.
Coach Davis in a little bit of a dilemma. He's got a smart player, but he can pick up a third foul without even knowing it or even trying.
Well, you get a little bit of a honey trap. You get 2 officials like this that tend not to call fouls underneath. And then all of a sudden, if they get whistleitis, they call a foul or 2, and Jason's the victim. He's in danger of fouling out. So far, he's contested. He's blocked 3 shots, number of rebounds, played good defense. He hasn't changed how he's played the game. But that third foul, you want to avoid that at all costs in the first half.
Ahead 22-10. I see him coming out at some point before halftime. How about you?
Yeah, I don't think he's been out yet. I think he's played every minute in the first half.
4:23 to go in the second period.
And the question is, if you do take him out, who do you move to the middle in that zone?
And
it's probably going to be Dylan Feinberg.
He's going to roll the dice right now.
Yeah, not a bad idea. Dylan's another one he's got to be cautious about ticky-tack fouls. He's a good defender, but sometimes he has a tendency to reach.
Feinberg and Hardy leave a wide open Cam Raycroft, but he couldn't hit it.
Jason Arms, like all of them, started to run up the court, but somebody had to get that ball as it hit the floor. Jason came back and got it.
Rabidou. Who's got it? Feinberg in the corner. Hardy's going to start it from the top of the key. He takes a 3. He makes a 3.
He stepped into that one. That's his second 3.
He stepped on the line. They gave him 2, Bob.
2 on that one.
And there's not going to be an instant replay.
No replays.
Short. Who's got it? He's tripled. He needs help. He doesn't get it in time. Quick shot, swish. The Raiders steal 2.
Yeah, that's unfortunate turnover there.
24-12, Ashland leading by 12.
Clockers have pretty much limited Dover-Sherborn to 1 shot per possession.
Rabidou. Oh, found a path. And
clear
somehow
path,
managed to hit the side of the backboard.
Got himself a little behind the backboard there.
There's a strip but a foul. Looked like Russell or Arms got a hand in there, but
Arms, his third. And we're in the penalty situation, Bob. 1-and-1.
boy, that happened fast, huh?
Yeah.
We went from 4 to 7 in about 2 minutes.
It comes in bunches.
Yeah. Raiders have 5 themselves. The
Right.
pesky Brett Stark. Oh, very good form. How many for him so far?
He's got 3 points.
He's only got 3 points. He's had a lot of shots, though. He's made some good opportunities for himself, created some good opportunities for himself. He's good at the line, so watch out. And he likes to drive.
Missed his first 2 and made...
Russell, air ball. Kevin hadn't had a shot in a while, so he had to put one up. Yeah.
He was due.
Oh, beautiful move up. No, it didn't go, but he's going to shoot 2.
That's a case of defense with your feet, Bob. Once he got past the defender, he had a clear path to the basket. The option is foul.
This is
Stark's
game.
Yeah. He's a slasher, we call him.
Lost his form there. See if he can get it back.
Yeah, well, he does get up on his tippy toes.
Look at this. Christensen's back in with 2:34 to go till halftime.
Yeah, I might have.
The lead is down to 10, with Stark having 1 more coming.
Coach wants to settle the defense. And change the momentum, maybe.
Yeah, maybe he just wanted to guarantee getting that board if there was one.
Almost as big as Ashland gets.
The lead is 9 now for Ashland. Hardy, no. The Raiders storm the boards and have it. John Muckstack. Or Cam Raycroft, I should say, 24. And that's a nice dish and another 2 points for Stark, who is starting to take over on offense for the Raiders.
Yeah, he's looking for his offense. And again, you play defense with your feet. Dylan Feinberg in a position where he gave him the baseline. And this kid's quick, that quick first step.
Stark trying to get the Raiders within 6. He doesn't do it. Feinberg clears and ups it quickly. On the cut to Christensen, he wheels in the lane and he got fouled.
That makes his presence known right away. And that's what you're looking for. Turn the momentum back. Because Dover-Sherborn's crept back to within 7, Bob, with 2 minutes left. As the clock is was settling for 3s, Dover-Sherborn found.
There's the 6th foul on the Raiders.
Yep.
So the Clockers will be shooting free throws from here on in. But Jason got these 2 because he was in the act of shooting. And he flatlines that one.
A little bit low. Got to put some air under that one a little bit.
Clockers in a slight drought. The Raiders on a 7-point run, I guess. Christensen breaks at 25-17. Ashland by 8. 2 minutes to go until halftime.
Yeah, Ashland's taken off the press, Bob. That's a concession to protecting the rim.
Look out here. Look out here. Waugh wouldn't take it. Scary. What? Waugh cleared out and got called for it.
3 seconds.
Was that the call?
I think it was a 3-second.
Wow. Yeah, he wouldn't take the shot. Yeah, I don't know.
Camped in the lane, but
he forgot.
You got to do the Mississippi's, Bob.
Oh, Feinberg from downtown, in and out. Now they get it to Stark. Watch him go. He wants to go. Tough defense by Feinberg, but he got him on the arm.
Oh, Dylan had played good defense.
He had him stopped.
That arm contact. Like we said, ticky-tack fouls.
He had Feinberg had given up. I mean, Stark had given up his dribble.
Yeah.
That was enough.
Yeah, and he's been marching to the line this whole period.
No sense whacking him after he's after his play is gone. Oh, in. 25-18. Ashland leading by 7. 1 more to come. Clockers, the Raiders now in the double bonus, as that's 10 fouls on Ashland in this first half. Wow. 25-19. The Ashland lead is the lowest it's been in a long, long time. They lead by 6. Coming up on 1 minute until halftime. DePerron tries to do it alone and gets fouled in the act on a good hard drive to the hoop.
Brett Stark doing it all from the line this period, Bob.
Yeah.
He's got 5 points from the line, 9 in the period. And that's turned it around for Dover-Sherborn. Clockers have been settling for the 3-point shot, not making them.
Oh, important free throw by
Nice job, Trevor.
DePerron.
Yeah, those are important. 7th foul, team foul for DS, and Trevor made the first of 2. Big momentum changer. His first 2 points from the line. He's played a good game at the point.
My suggestion to the Raiders defensively is when DePerron drives, stop fouling him and go for the blocks.
Yeah.
Because they're very good at blocking the shot. He bounced it on the out of bounds.
Yeah, called a foul before that,
But there must have been a foul just before that, and Stark again at the line.
And that's the 3rd foul on Jason Christensen, what we talked about avoiding.
And there it is, just what you didn't want.
And guess who? Brett Stark back at the line.
Short, getting tired.
Hey, he must have elbowitis. He's been to the line so many times.
Come on, Key. Come on, Brock.
Swishes that one, 27-20, Ashland leading by 7. 50 seconds left until halftime. DePerron drives again, fouled again.
Yeah.
He's getting fouled on every drive.
He'll get the one-and-one opportunity.
You make the first, you get the second, you miss it, the ball's alive.
Falls on Michael Mastrobono.
Back rims it, it's alive, he lost it out of bounds.
Yeah, good
DePerron
hustle,
almost
Trevor.
had
He
that
almost had his
rebound.
own rebound there.
44 seconds, 30 on the shot clock, Raider possession.
Oh, stepped over and back.
Across the
Oh,
timeline.
Yeah.
Shot clock at 20, game clock at 33. Scary bottled up.
Yeah.
Stolen.
Boy, Gil.
Clockers can hold it for the last shot if they choose. Feinberg takes it all the way and misses the layup.
As we know, Bob, clock management in the high school game. Nobody holds for the last shot.
6 seconds. Who is that? He missed it, and that's halftime.
Casual on that rebound. The Clockers, 27-20 at the half, Bob, after leading 15-8 at the period, and a little bit of a creep back there by Dover-Sherborn as the Clockers stopped going to the hoop.
They really had to fight to maintain that 7-point lead, which was down to as little as 6, but they kept it at 7 at halftime, and I think it's going to be a great second half.
Yeah,
There's
it's
going
a
to be
game now.
adjustments on both sides,
Yeah.
and we're going to see a barn burner here at Ashland High School when second half comes up in 10 seconds. Stay with us. You're watching Ashland High School Varsity Sports on Ashland Television. And Russell starts off the second half as he did the first, but this one doesn't go. Kevin hit his first shot, hasn't found the range since.
It looked like they were looking for that play.
Not that he shot that many. Muckstad's had trouble all night, and it continues.
Well, he really hasn't helped his team offensively, not for lack of trying. Kevin Russell there, good rebound, got fouled over the back in the first foul against Dover-Sherborn. That's a pretty good sign.
Those are gimmies, Bob. You're happy to take those.
Yeah, you gotta call that one too.
Starting off very slow in the half-court offense, both sides.
Gotta get some motion.
Russell, no. Muckstad.
Had a good open look there. get a couple of those to fall. It makes a big difference for him. Travel, unforced error. Clockers haven't come out of the locker room looking really good, but neither has Dover-Sherborn.
Paralyzing first minute of the second half.
Yeah, as everybody's sort of like, oh, the game started. Oh, Trevor will get him going.
Picks up the pace, gets to the arc, stops. Russell, is he shy or just a little? Oh, what a pass! Jason Arms to Kevin Williams.
Kevin Russell. Yeah.
Russell,
nice,
yeah.
Nice finish there.
Wow.
Nice pass, nice finish. That's very workmanlike. That's there, by the way, all the time, Bob, that back cut.
Let's see if they try it again. Dribble lost. Gately's going to take one and make one.
His first make.
Both teams have a hoop now in the second half. 29-22, Ashland leading by 7. That was their halftime advantage. And it was also, I guess, their first period advantage.
I've got Jason
Russell
got the ball to Christensen in good position there. The defense couldn't do much about that except foul.
Russell being asked to help out underneath here in the second half.
Third foul on Gately. Christensen to the line.
Jason playing with 3 fouls. So we're watching that closely. And that's the second time he's done that.
Yeah, if he misses, he seems to be low on the shot.
Yeah, usually the first one. Gets the roll. 30-22, Ashland leading by 8. Clockers in white. The Dover-Sherborn Raiders in blue. Second half action at Ashland High School. Bob Thacker, Bob Martell, and Todd Carter on WACA-TV. Oh, what a move by Stark, up and in and one.
Wow. Stark, his first basket of the second half. He's picking up where he left off. Looking for the ball inside. Nice little move. Draws the foul, makes the basket. And Kevin Russell, his third foul.
Something went wrong there, Bob.
How about that?
Clockers maintain a 6-point lead.
Yeah, he's been a little bit iffy on his free throw shooting.
Russell short. Oh, what a bad foul.
Kevin missed a shot, followed it, and fouled. That's his fourth. Sometimes just let it go. A little frustrated. He's missed 3. Has to come out of the game. Good move by the coach. Get him to settle down, relax.
Thomas Morrison, number 20, takes his place. There goes Stark. They cut him off on the baseline.
I'd pay some attention to Starks.
Stark, that's what he likes to do. He wasn't in a good position. They track it down and have another chance. Good offensive board by Alex Waugh. Scary wants to go. They've got a new shot clock, in case you're wondering. Oh, what a pass. Alex Waugh from Brett Stark.
Yeah.
The lead is 4, and right back to 6 as Christensen answers.
I'd like to see Jason heat up offensively, but they need help from other countries. And Dylan Feinberg about to come in the game. He can help with the offense. Good turnover there, hustle defense. Oh, and give it right back.
Ooh. Oh, the blocking foul just prior to the travel, right?
Tell you that was marginal, that call. Kevin Robidoux, his first foul, but he had pretty good position there, Bobby.
Yeah, if anything, I saw travel.
Yeah. Or an offensive.
Ray Croft hasn't had any practice from the line tonight, has he?
No, that hasn't a point yet. They have not shot well from the charity stripe.
Master Bono comes in.
They've missed 9 free throws so far, Bob.
Whew, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Halfway into the third period.
And they're within 5.
Clock is trying to get organized on offense, and they're asking Jason Arms. Trevor wanted to go base, nothing doing. He gets it back, he's gonna take one. Skies it off the high backboard and cleaned up beautifully by
Morrison,
Tom the Bomb Morrison.
I'll tell you, what a clank that just died off the rim, and Morrison all alone underneath.
I'm trying to figure out where that DePerron shot hit.
It is hard to.
Oh boy, did that work out nice for Raycroft, but he was too strong.
That defense left early. They were lucky they didn't get
Arms
scored
on the gallop on the cut to Morrison, and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, Morrison, quick ups. He drew the foul. If he waited a second, the defense would have flown by him. But he drew the foul anyway.
This is more like what we saw in the first half, Bob, up and down the floor.
Yeah. Tommy Morrison had a 3 in the first half, and now he's got 3 points here in the second.
I think that DePerron shot, it was very, very high, Bob.
Yeah.
I think it came down and hit the edge of the top of the backboard.
It's possible.
And then did kind of a funny light. It hit it lightly, though.
Yeah.
So it just caromed slightly.
But it was interesting. It was from the side, and it rebounded straight out to
yes.
the front.
I don't know if it hit that shot clock, Bob, would that be out of bounds?
That's, I believe the shot clock is out of bounds.
I think you're right,
Yeah.
including the superstructure above it.
Yeah, well, the guy wires and supports are definitely out of bounds. The side of the rim is in play.
Yes. And
the back is not.
And see that padding at the bottom of the backboard? That was for guys like myself.
Yes.
To avoid head injuries.
Well, you didn't want to get a concussion hitting your head on the rim. You used to play that game, pick quarters off the top of the backboard. I remember that.
Making change for $1.
How much do you want? You want nickels and dimes.
And here's another first-timer at the foul line, I think, tonight, Bob.
Well, it's the second of 2. They called a timeout in between. Tommy misses the second one, makes 1 of 2.
35-27, Ashland has its 8-point lead. He's open, he takes it, and Muckstadt hits a 3 ball. And it's quickly cuts the Ashland advantage to 5.
Yeah, little by little. And we had a 7-point differential at halftime. It's 5 now, but you feel like Dover-Sherborn is kind of creeping up in the rearview mirror here.
Yeah, and I don't see any 3-pointer shooters in the game for Ashland. Oh, an aggressive Tom Morrison cleaned up beautifully by Christensen, and he's going to get a free throw as well. Yeah. And a chance for a 3-point play.
Another one, a nice cut through the lane by Morrison. Didn't go down for him, but Jason right there.
Tom's been aggressive tonight.
Yeah.
How many for Jason tonight? Completes the 3-point play. 38-30, Ashland leading by 8.
With that one, he's got 14 on the game.
Wow, that happened fast.
Yeah, he just and we're 3 minutes left in the third period, and I shouldn't say anything, but he's got 3 fouls. He still has 3 fouls. There's the man from Dover-Sherborn. They're looking for Starks all the time.
Sideways. Woo. And an air ball goes out of bounds.
Wow. That reminiscent of the Musterfield and Pee Wee McGrail, that side saddle flip from 32 feet.
Like a shot put almost, right?
Yeah. Pee Wee used to say, "Feed me, I'm hot." He was never hot, but he always wanted to be fed.
Feinberg strong and one.
And that's the kind of thing.
Dylan Feinberg.
What a nice finish there, Dylan. And draws the foul. That's the capability that you're looking for more frequently. He has to be more consistent with that kind of thing. You know, good position, facing the hoop, 18 feet away.
If he grows a little, Bob, those could be jams.
Yeah,
in a year or 2.
Could be. That's a high percentage. Completes the traditional 3-point play.
Because he gets up pretty high.
Yeah, he's got 7 on the game and hasn't played much. He's the X factor for this team.
Beautiful doubling by Ashland, and they forced a Raider timeout.
Yeah, that was good trapping defense. Got him in the corner. Coach Grady had to call timeout to protect him, and the Clocker lead back up to 11. It was 14 at its zenith. It's been closer. It was down to 5 a minute ago, and now we're back up to 11. Dylan Feinberg, Tom Morrison, and Jason Christensen, the big men, have pretty much done the yeoman's work this period. They've got 14 points in this period already, Brian.
27-20 was the halftime score.
Right.
It's now 14 for Ashland, and the Raiders have added 10 themselves.
Yeah.
They've had 24 points scored.
A lot of offense. It didn't start out well.
It started out with silent movies.
Yeah. All of a sudden, they kicked into overdrive. Well, it is basketball has always been a game of momentum and ebb and flow. Right now, the offense is flowing. The officials are kind of letting them play. 2:22 left.
The Raiders didn't retain possession, and they inbounded.
10 on the shot clock.
Oh. Stark picked it up. Up and under. I guess Feinberg got him.
Yeah, Dylan. That's his third.
Oh, we're going to see Hardy.
This kid has been it. He's been, Stark has been all their offense pretty much. Little help this period, but he's been very aggressive going to the hoop, and that's been productive for them.
Up and in. Let's see who Hardy comes in for. It's for Arms. Coach looking for a couple of well-timed 3 balls.
Yeah.
From the 3-point specialist, Cameron Hardy. Christensen had it, lost it. And Raycroft cleaned it up nicely.
Raycroft, the ball bounced off of everybody and went to Raycroft. He finishes.
Down the lane and in.
Well, in the game and right away.
Cam Hardy, coast to coast.
Little floater in there, and that's a nice basket for him. He might have had contact too, Bob.
Scary answers.
Quite a period for offense, huh?
Whew. Ashland with that old 7-point lead again. It was 11 just a moment ago. Feinberg strong.
Yeah, took that big last step, but he slipped a little bit, went horizontal. Fine Stark. Stark's settling for being away from the hoop now. That helps Ashland.
Clockers pick up the loose ball. Feinberg ahead to Hardy. Into Christensen for 2.
That was nice team.
Timeout Ashland.
Nice team basketball that time. 2 good passes, Bob.
56. Oh no, I lost the time.
Feinberg to Hardy to Christensen to finish that play. Back and forth, Bob.
9-point lead.
9 points.
Raider ball when we come out of this timeout.
Yeah. In the foul situation this half, well, there was a few fouls in between, but Ashland team fouls 4, Dover-Sherborn team fouls 5.
Just about right.
The game changes,
yeah.
though. In the 4th period, we're going to see, I would guess, a procession to the free throw line. The way that the Raiders have shot from the line, it should work to the favor of the Clockers, but who knows?
What did you make of Coach Davis's timeout?
Yeah, it was interesting.
After a made basket.
Yeah, I guess he wants to set the final part of the period, but the Clockers have kind of wrestled momentum back a bit.
Let's see if it was not substitution orientated, because Christensen and Feinberg remain in the game. Morrison, Hardy, and DePerron.
1 minute left in this 3rd period, and the Clockers and Dover-Sherborn going back and forth.
So it must have been a defensive thing he wanted to talk about.
Yeah, I think he wanted to set up what they're going to do. So Dover-Sherborn.
Oh, did he travel? No, he got pushed. Or did he step out? No.
Let's see who this is on.
Who'd he give it to?
Tommy Morrison. His
Morrison's
second.
second. Okay. Clark is happy for that.
Yeah,
at
well,
least.
you don't want to pick up a foul, but you don't want it to be Christensen or Feinberg. They got to find Stark.
Bombs away, too short. Deep Perron comes away with it.
Look who gets the rebound. He's everywhere. He's everywhere.
They reset. Shot clock at 20.
They couldn't
Game
set
clock
for-
at 22.
They couldn't set for the last shot clock. What do you think the chances are?
Well, they're on their way to doing that as they're playing catch out beyond the arc. Coach Davis may have weighed in. Now we're down to 7. Feinberg, no. Raiders have a chance with 2 seconds. Good if it goes. Off the rim.
At the rim. Quite an offensive period, Bob. Clock is 18 points. They total 45. And the Raiders 16 points. They total 36. So it was an interesting offensive period as the clock has stretched their lead by a bucket. It was 7 at the half. Now it's 9.
8 minutes to play.
Yeah, we could afford to trade baskets at this point. It's just watching the foul situation. Kevin Russell has 4. Feinberg has 3. Jason Christensen has 3. You know, not a concern as long as we get past the first few minutes of the fourth
exactly,
period.
yeah. Just so it's not your next move and you're fouled out of the game.
Right, yeah. And Stark, that period, only 3 points after 10 in the second period. He kind of got away from his game. He's gotten away from the basket, and the Clockers have done a little bit better job of helping out and keeping him from getting the ball.
Coach Davis only using 8 players so far tonight.
Eight minutes to go in this contest.
Scary out of the game for the Raiders.
Yeah, Cam Raycroft wide open on the weak side that time, but couldn't get the pass to him.
I like that. I like that freshman, Scary.
Yeah, he's a nice player.
I think it's a break for Ashland that he's out of the game.
Well, this is the one you got to watch. Stark.
He got bumped along the baseline. Morrison didn't want to give him that baseline.
Yeah.
I can't disagree with that, but the fouls are now at 6 for Ashland, 5 for the Raiders. Free throws on the next Ashland foul for the DS Raiders. Oh, he stuck in side, but Christensen sealed him off just enough.
Good position defense. Nice rebound.
7.5 to play. Feinberg loses it in traffic. A late whistle.
Well, the reason for that late whistle, Bob, as we know, there are multiple lines over there. Nobody
Yes.
knows where the end line is in the Clocker gym.
Yellow, all different colors.
Yellow, blue, double blue. But he must have stepped over the line or on the line. Clock is lucky to retain that ball. Clock is setting up heavy on
What's that, the left stack?
left side. Yeah, I guess. See
Left
what they
side
do from
stack. Is that the swinging gate?
here. I don't know what they're going to do next.
DePerron at the top of the key is where it ends
Oh.
up. They go for the steal. They almost get it.
Dangerous.
Oh, but it tapped the line, so it stays Ashland ball. 15 on the shot clock.
A little more
Morrison
patience.
to inbound.
Somebody help. Trevor out there to get the ball. Settle him down. 11 seconds on the shot clock, Bobby. DS playing an extended zone.
Oh. Hardy went to the corner and was going to be open,
Yeah.
but Trevor saw an opening.
It's pretty good defense for 26 seconds, and with 4 seconds left, DS.
Trevor likes to cut across the lane. Have you know?
He does.
Yeah.
He's a against the grain guy. Pretty good dribbler with both hands. Pretty good court vision. And that was that the 6th foul or 7th foul? Though? I don't know. Yeah, 16.
Yes, just the 6th.
Penalty on the next for both teams.
Feinberg, no basket. They say he traveled.
Yeah.
I don't think he had the ball
He had,
long enough to travel, but
didn't have good control of the ball, but what a nice play. He was wide open underneath. Again, that back cut, wide open.
Raiders trying to cut into a 9-point deficit. Clock is trying to maintain. Waugh got in, but Christensen blocked it and stole it.
Nice
DeParone ahead to Feinberg. 3 moves up and in. He traveled again.
Coach Isaiah Davis pleading his case, but in the high school game, they're going to call a travel on that big step.
Well, it's almost like the boy has a rep now, too,
Yeah.
you know?
Yep, so they won't give it to him. They'll call the
Yeah.
travel. It's too bad.
I mean, and the awkwardness of some of these drives doesn't help. That's no good. Hard tip-in attempt. DeParone again.
Another rebound for the guy. Good job, Trevor.
Hardy looking to make something happen, and he does!
Nice,
Cameron Hardy.
nice rhythm to the basket.
Scary's back in with 6 and change left in the game. Stark, ooh, didn't go to the hoop, but made a nice pass to Muckstad instead.
Yeah.
47-38, Ashland leading by 9.
And they're going to press.
And they take it away from DeParone. Hardy holds his ground. Scary just throws it up and it goes.
Yeah, you like that kid's game. And, there's
And now another steal.
Very careless.
Offensive.
Offensive foul.
What's the call?
Offensive on Stark.
Yes. No.
Yeah, offensive.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, this Trevor hanging in there. He draws the offensive.
Boy, he
That's
made
a
up
big
for.
play. That's a big play.
That's the way you make up for a bad pass ball.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
You don't foul. You take a charge.
they're fighting this press a little bit.
Another bad pass, and Scary has it. 3 in a row. And now they foul Stark. Wow. 3 bad passes in a row. And Ashland has a 7-point lead, shrinking here with Brett Stark at the line.
That falls on Kevin Russell, and that will disqualify him for the game. That's his 5th. It's too bad. Yeah, the clock is, they're better than this at beating the zone press, and they haven't played with any kind of pace on offense, bringing the ball in or up. They're crowding the backcourt and giving Dover-Sherborn an advantage positionally. They've had 3 turnovers here. Clockers are lucky they're only scored once because they've given the ball back a couple times.
Raiders have just started going after those passes, and they've just been a little bit sloppy and a little bit late. And the Raiders with 3 steals in a row. And they've cut it to 6, and they can get it down to 5 if Brett Stark can hit one more free throw. Makes 1. Feinberg skies another careless pass. 4 in a row.
Yeah, this is not a good sign offensively.
Up and down.
Down.
No, if they call it a block. 3 ball. They fight for it. Who's got it?
Well, so we don't have to break a press anyway. That's beneficial.
Kevin Rabideau settles things down.
Somebody on the block.
Arms.
There you go.
Oh, Steinberg in a good.
Oh, Feinberg.
Feinberg in a good
He had it
position.
sealed off. Just that's the time he has to go up with the ball.
Hardy again. Not this time. 47-41, Ashland by 6. Under 5 minutes to play. Clockers with a couple of good chances, but they didn't go. Scary. Look out. Bombs away. Christensen skies and got fouled.
Yeah.
Jason Christensen, another big board, Bob.
That's a big rebound. It's not been easy, Bob. They've made it tough on themselves. The turnovers, unforced errors, but Jason Christensen there between two Raiders up to get the rebound and drew the foul.
This is a 1-on-1. This is not a 2-shot foul. He's got to make the first to get the second. He's had trouble with his first free throw. Let's see what he does. Much better. Didn't go, though. 47-41, the score hangs. The Clockers lead by 6. The Raiders have the ball, 4.5 to go. The Raiders and the Clockers from Ashland High School. Oh, a wild shot. Feinberg with an easy board.
And we're into that icy cold period now.
Timeout.
Right.
Somebody.
4:16 left in this game, Bobby, and it's been like mirror image. Every time the Clockers get hot, DS gets hot. Every time the Clockers get cold, DS gets cold.
Clockers got to start playing a little smarter.
Yeah, a little smarter. And there are easy baskets there. They just have to look for that second pass.
And a new awareness of I guess a DS Raider team that's picked up the intensity on defense, at least you'd have to say.
Yeah, they've played a little bit smarter, a little bit tougher, but also the Clockers have played into their hands. That press, it's a clumpy little press that DS is throwing at them. And what the Clockers are doing is they're bunching up and making it a lot of traffic for whoever the ball's coming into. They need somebody to go long. They need somebody to throw the ball a distance.
Yeah, you need a little separation.
Yeah.
You got to at least come to the ball and create
like,
separation from your defender.
An analogy, Bobby, is when we talk about a big man bringing the ball down to his waist after a rebound. You make yourself small. Well, the Clockers are making themselves vulnerable to the press by clumping everybody in the backcourt. But they get the ball, and 4:16 left, up 6 points.
Arms, Rabidou, Hardy, Christensen, and Feinberg with 4 to go in the game. Coming up on 4 to go. Clockers trying to get things started. Jason Arms doesn't see an opening. Feinberg always sees an opening. And he walks again.
Yeah. He got into the defense, and instead of just maintaining his position, he shuffled his feet.
Yeah. Have an idea. Have a place to go. Have
yeah.
an idea before you go in, you know?
Yeah. Just see him spark it up a little offensively because he's got it. It's in there. There's a nice try.
Go for the steal. And don't get it. Scary.
Little guy.
Oh, they threw it away. Ashland ball.
That's scary. The little guy. Good, nice rebound.
Alex Wall right through his legs.
Yeah, passed through his legs.
Not that he was expecting it, but.
And they're going to press, so.
Here's where the Clockers have had trouble in the last 2 or 3 minutes. Let's see what happens here. DePerron led perfectly. Oh, Christensen alone, waits for the contact, lays it in.
Was that a patient play or what, Bob? That's
beautifully done. And a beautiful pass by, who was that? Morrison. Waugh gets it back.
Nice lay down.
49-43, Ashland by 6.
Sort of a pace. Yeah, there you go. Slow it down.
Coming up to 3 minutes left in the game.
Don't need to get into a jailbreak every time.
Jason Christensen comes out to help out. Rabidou. Hardy wants to go. Slices up, air ball. Who's got it? Clockers have it. There's going to have to be a foul there. Oh.
No foul call. He called him stepping on the end line.
Oh, how did he get down? How did he fall down?
He got bumped pretty hard.
Did he take a dive? How did he get on the floor?
He might have gone after that loose ball. Might have been his own impetus.
Wow.
2:42 left. Clock is by 6. Critical time.
Wow. Oh, what a pass. He missed it.
Rolled over the rim. Boy, that was a nice pass.
Alex Waugh with good court sense there.
A little too much two-hand.
Teammate couldn't finish. DePerron sets it up. We're down under 2:20 now.
Yeah.
Ashland clinging, I guess, to a 6-point lead.
Yeah, it feels like it, doesn't it, Bob? 10 seconds on the shot clock.
DePerron goes base. Gets it to Christensen. He dishes. Rabidou, no.
Nice pass by Christensen.
Oh, quick hands.
This is a giveaway. Pace, hold it up. Got 2-on-4. Wait for the point guard, and he did.
Ashland still ahead by 6, and we're down to 1:45 left in the game. DePerron against Scary. Takes it in. Dishes. Hardy. No, that was Excuse me, it was number 3. Rabidou.
He draws the foul.
He's going to shoot for the first time tonight, I think. I think that's only his second shot from the floor tonight.
Yeah,
and now he goes to the free throw line from the first time. Great defensive player, but doesn't look for his offense. Kevin Rabidou, the junior. Oh, in and out. That ball was down. That was a shooting foul, so he'll shoot 2. It's also the 9th foul on DS, so the clock is shooting 2 the rest of the game. This is the second. Waugh clears. 1:35 to go.
Clockers need 1, maybe 2 more hoops, the way DS has played offense.
Scary. Wants to go. Can't find an opening. Waugh takes a long 2 and makes it. Alex Waugh cuts the lead to 4. Hardy on the verge of being trapped, gets rid of it nicely. The jumper, in and out.
Yeah, Jason's all alone underneath there.
Tom Morrison had a good look and put up a good shot, but it went down and came back out. Baseline move, bad pass. Clockers steal it. Christensen pulls it up, now passes. Did he get slapped? He did.
He got fouled. Yep.
2 shots for Jason Christensen. Ashland 49, DS 45, 52.7 seconds left in regulation.
Double bonus, so he'll get 2 automatically, Bob, as the Clockers will the rest of the way. Ashland's gone small and quick.
Nothing going down for the Clockers.
Like I said, 1 or 2 baskets might do it, but they haven't done that.
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Jason can't nurse the second one home. Rebound, Morrison, he's hit on the arm. He's going to shoot 2.
How about that?
What a game he's played tonight, Tommy Morrison.
Yeah, even though he didn't make either of those free throws, Tommy Morrison saves the day. Tough rebound in traffic and draws the foul.
Tommy's got extended court time tonight, and he's really earned it. Very cool customer.
That's a big hoop. Puts him on 5.
Trying to make it a 2-possession game, as they say. He does. He swishes the second one. 51-45. Ashland leading by 6. 45 seconds left in regulation. Raiders bring it up. A strong drive hit on the way. It's going to be a 1-and-1. It's not going to be a shooting foul.
That one's on Jason Christensen. That's his 4th.
42 seconds
with
left.
42 seconds left, but still, you don't want to see him foul out. They need him to end the game on the floor.
Important free throw by Brett Stark. Hasn't had the chances he had in the 3rd period or at the 2nd period.
No.
6-2. Ashland leads by 4. Full court pressure and a backcourt foul.
Yeah.
Gives Morrison a chance to shoot 2 more free throws.
Tom is 3 for 4 from the line all in this half. Looked good in those last 2.
Yeah, nothing but net, right?
Yeah.
Jeez.
And they needed to make these 2. This is what's going to happen the rest of the game, Bob. DS has to give the foul. They can't let the Clockers use the clock. Tom looking pretty darn smooth.
Hardy comes out, Arms comes in. Arms, Rabidou, DePerone, Morrison, and Christensen for Ashland. Feinberg set to come in. Gets the second. Feinberg in, Christensen out. 39.9 seconds. Ashland with a 6-point lead. Token pressure in the backcourt to use up some clock. Right, Bobby? Scary. Oh, Feinberg had a notion. Scary makes the pass. Muckstadt throws it up and in. Timeout Raiders.
Heck of a basket there. He looked like he was headed for a fall.
Yeah.
Under control, Bob.
He was. You're right.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I said, this looks wild, but no, we had a good idea.
Yeah.
53-49.
Yeah, 24 seconds.
What'd you see, 24 seconds?
24 seconds left, and this will be the longest 24 seconds of the night as DS will be fouling as quickly as they can.
The Raiders and the Clockers going right down to the wire at Ashland High School tonight, January 9th, 2018. The Clockers in a must-win situation.
What you might want to look for coming out of this timeout, because I'm guessing DS will press, is a home run. If somebody's not back and we got somebody on the Clockers back and somebody can throw the ball that distance, you go over the defense, get it in the front court. It's harder for them to foul. You may get a shot on the foul. If you give it to somebody in the backcourt, there's a chance to turn it over, and they'll give the foul for sure. Double bonus, but still, they're going to look to stop the clock by fouling whoever gets the ball in the backcourt.
Now you're not talking about a basket hanger. You're talking about making a pass to a leaping guy in the front court. Yeah.
Right now, everybody's set up in the backcourt. Let's see if Dylan takes off.
Kevin Rabideau being asked to inbound this important play.
There goes Dylan. No, cuts back.
A little bit of trouble, deflected. Oh, pretty hard foul on Feinberg as soon as he got it.
Well, Stark and he wound up in the same place at the same time. And
a second comes off the clock.
Yeah, that's not what you want. You want to use clock if you can. With Dylan to the line, these are big free throws as they will be going down the stretch here because the Clockers have a 4-point lead. I'd rather be up 4 than down 4, but
Dylan Feinberg.
That's what you look for.
A very important free throw. Gives Ashland a 5-point lead. Clockers drop back. There's a basket hanger they got to watch. 2 free throws for Dylan Feinberg.
Big free throws. Now come up on him. Make him use the clock a little bit.
Down the lane, no foul. It goes. The lead is 4. There's that front court pass. No foul. Christensen couldn't find the handle. 7 seconds. Scary for 3. No. Another 3. No basket. Traveling Ashland ball. Wow. 1.2 seconds. And a 4-point lead.
This looks pretty good right now.
When that ref blew the whistle, I'm saying, are you kidding me?
Is he going to stop the clock?
He's going to sink a 3, and there's going to be a foul shot. Clockers got to get it in, and that's the one way to do it, and that's the game.
There we go.
What a finish here at Ashland High School tonight. The final score, Ashland 55, Dover-Sherborn 51. The Clockers held them off. And big free throws down the stretch. 4 by Tommy Morrison and 2 by Dylan Feinberg.
Those 6 free throws kind of
Clockers didn't have a field goal for about the final 4 minutes.
Quite a game at the finish, Bob. They kind of crept over the finish line as they got outscored in the 4th period, 15-10. But they had built up a reasonably good lead, a 9-point lead after the 3rd period. It was one of those games. You look forward to these kind of games and. Good competition. The Clockers go home with a win tonight. That pushes them to, what, 3-6 on the season?
They had to win it, Bob.
They had to win it, like you said, and darned if they didn't do it.
You know, they played a good team. They played a team that was taller than them, that had some talented players, that had a good point guard and 3 tall kids up front.
Yeah.
And they had a guy named Brett Stark who made free throws and went to the basket and rebounded. And they had Muckstadt, who was a good rebounder. And they had some players, and they were 4-4 in the season, but the Clockers stopped them here tonight in their home gym. And the Raiders fall to 4-5, and the Clockers go to 3-6 as they head to the bend of the season, where the second half is coming up.
Yeah.
You know, if you go 3-6 in the first half, if you go 6-3 in the second half, win one more, you're in the tournament.
Yeah, you got to look at it game by game at this point. They're improving. You can see their pluses. You can see their minuses and the things they've got to work on. But I think this is one of those teams, Bob, that still has potential. After 9 games, there's still things that they can get better at. They've got some talent.
I haven't given up on them, and I haven't given up on the season. And I'll tell you this: they hustle.
Yeah.
And they play every second like it's the last second of the season, and they give it everything they have for Coach Davis.
Well, this is the hallmark of a Clocker team. Always has been. They may win, they may lose, but if you looked at a film and you had the sound off, they always hustle. Clocker teams don't rarely give up. They're usually hustling at the end, just like they are at the beginning.
Coach only played 8 players tonight.
Yeah.
And who had the points?
Well, for the Clockers, well, let me give Dover-Sherborn first. I haven't totaled them up, Bobby, but Brett Stark was their star. 19 points on the game. Didn't score in the first period.
It's not bad for 3 periods.
Yeah, wound up with 10 at the half and 19 on the game. Played a different game in the second half. He had a big 3 at the end to draw them close to a 4-point deficit.
What did Scary end up
couldn't
with?
Finish it. Scary wound up with 10 points.
Yeah, I really liked him. He's a freshman. He's going to be a good player.
Good ball handler.
But, you know, he didn't force his game.
Yep, made his points. Waugh had 8 on the game.
Good complimentary player.
Gately 2.
Gately didn't have a good night. They didn't go too deep on their bench either, did they?
They didn't.
Raycroft played a little.
Yeah.
Muckstadt didn't have his best night.
He had 10 on the game. Raycroft 3. And as I said, Stark had 19 for a total of 51. For the Clockers, Jason Imes had 2. Trevor DePeron had 2, but played a heck of a game. Dylan Feinberg didn't have as many minutes as we're used to seeing him have, but he had 9 points, including those 2 big free throws in the fourth period. Cam Hardy had 5 points, 9 points on the game. Tommy Morrison, big 3 to start the game, and wound up with 4 free throws in the fourth period, wound up with 10 points. Nice game for him. Russell, a 3 in the first, a bucket in the second, had 5. And I haven't totaled them up yet, but the rest of the points were by Jason Christensen. Give me a second, I'll have a total for you, Bob.
Jeez, he's got to be around 20.
18 points.
18, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, total of 55. So the Clockers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players scored. And as you said, 8 players played. Pretty good distribution.
Well, here's what I saw tonight. You know, I saw a Raider team that had more height than Ashland, which is pretty much the case in every game the Clockers played this season. And I also saw a Raider team that played hard.
Yes.
That had a good point guard. And the Clocker, it had a better record than Ashland, and the Clockers beat them tonight.
Yeah, game of momentum, game of runs and streaks back and forth. It seemed like they were paralleling each other the whole game through. Offense, defense, cold, hot. And at the end, the Clockers pulled away in the third period, gave a little bit back in the fourth period, but they came away with a 4-point win.
And only 8 players played. I didn't see any fatigue on either team or Ashland at all. They were able to go the whole game. Christensen played virtually every minute.
Game. And DePeron virtually the whole game.
And he played tremendous. And, you know, I think Coach Davis played it just right with Christensen and Feinberg.
Yeah.
You know, he kept Dylan out in case.
Yeah.
In case Christensen fouled out and he had to go to him. And
Morrison chipped in when it was appropriate.
Tommy Morrison had
did a good job.
he played more than I've seen him play in any game.
Yeah.
And he was tremendous tonight. And he really proved his worth with those 4 free throws down the stretch.
Well, they need that too. They need
and Feinberg
contributions.
Switched to himself. Those were big.
Yeah, he's got tremendous offensive potential. He's just got to harness it. My coach used to talk about get an idea, and the idea has to be when to do what. And it's a feel thing as much as anything, Bob. Because when you got a toolkit with as many tools as he has, you got to know when to use them. There are certain guys I played with that you put the tape on the floor. They had one shot from one place, if that. But this kid's got a lot of tools. It'll be nice to see him develop.
And last but not least, the Bob Martell player of the game.
It's hard not to reward Jason Christensen, 18 points, at least 3 blocks, a lot of rebounds. He had a tremendous game, but I'd like to also throw a couple names in there. Trevor DePeron, who wound up with 2 points but played a heck of a game, did a heck of a job as the point guard, and actually rebounded pretty well. And Tommy Morrison, with extended playing time, like you said, 10 points on the game. I'm going to divide it in 3 tonight, which is unusual. So DePeron, Morrison, and Jason Christensen.
Great choices, great choices. And the Clockers play here Tuesdays and Fridays. A boys or a girls game, usually every Tuesday and Friday here at the Ashland High School gym. We want to thank our crew tonight, Jack Emberly, Cameron Tybo, Mackie Kotab, and tonight's game produced and directed by Todd Carter. My partner is Bob Martell. I'm Bob Thacker. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.